After reading the first 6 chapters of The Third Plate this week, I found myself making connections between ideas that were presented in the book and things that were talked about in our lectures and videos this week. 2 of my key takeaways that resonated with me were the concept of the third plate and the emphasis of ecosystem-based farming. These concepts not only challenged my understanding of how food is produced, but also highlighted a potential for a more sustainable, integrated approach to agriculture that will support both the environment and our long-term well-being. So getting into the first key takeaway, the third plate, the author says how the first plate is focused more on protein-heavy meals such as steak. The second plate, which tends to be more of a vegetable-centric, presenting a holistic vision for food that integrates biodiversity, soil health, and sustainable farming practices. And then the third plate, which encourages us as readers to think about food not just as individual products, but more as a complex integrated system. One of the articles that we read this week called What Are Food Systems talks about how food is part of a complex system that includes production, processing, distribution, consumption, and disposal. So the way food is grown impacts our environment. The nutritional quality of food will affect our human health, and etc. All of these elements are linked, and changes in one part of the system will affect the entire system. So moving on to the second key takeaway of ecosystem-based farming. In the book, the author shares examples of farmers who employ integrated methods where animals, plants, and soil work together to enhance both productivity and sustainability. On page 56 in the book, it talks about a story of a French farm woman in the 18th century who fed her cows roadside grass because she didn't have pasture. And the cows ended up producing a ton of milk. So a bunch of people came to her and paid good money for her calves because they thought that they were investing in this awesome animal. Then when they take them home to their pasture and they stop producing as much milk. Coming to find out, this illustrated how the diverse, well-managed ecosystem can yield better results than conventional farming methods because the cows liked the roadside grass rather than someone's poor managed pasture. These 2 takeaways resonate with me because they offer a hopeful and practical way to improve the future of our food. The third plate idea will encourage us to think of food as a bigger system than just individual items and shows how sustainability practices can help keep land healthy long term.